Hello, hello, hello. Oh, wait, I got a hair that's out of place. Well, we can't do that. We got to fix that. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. We made it to Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. And it is another warm, humid day in Florida. This humidity is just out of control. But, that's Florida. We live in a vacation state, so to speak. But happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening once again. We love your support. We love it, love it, love it. So thank you so much. And as always, we have a great show for you. We have wonderful guests, very unique guests, I would say. I think we might be a little surprised. But let me go ahead and introduce my hostess with the mostest. And he's now saying the captain has arrived. So I like that. So, yes, Mr. Gerald C. Anderson. Come on, Gerald.
He stole my opening.
Because I knew you was going to try and get me. See?
Just stealing my opening.
Like chess. I'm always going to make a move before you.
Yeah, right. Okay, Captain Hollywood.
How are you?
I'm doing well. It was a little chilly this morning, but we recovered from that.
Yeah, see, you have the cold, we have the humidity. It's so warm out here. It's like insane. So I had to put my wet and wavy on today, because it's hot. You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
I had to wear her today.
Yeah, you would have been wearing that this morning when I was out walking the dog.
No, she wasn't. I'm going to call this the Buffy. Oh, maybe I should call her Buffy. This is what I'm going to call her, Buffy.
My wife said, it's cold. I was like, you ain't in for nothing.
Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, right, because she's from Atlanta. She was living in Atlanta.
A few more months to see exactly what we talk about, cold.
I could not. So, yeah. So, again, we have a great show ahead. I'm excited. We finally have like a comedian, which I love. I love laughter anyway. So, and we have this beautiful woman, Jo. I can't wait to talk with her. I think she's so inspirational, and she's just a fabulous young lady. I call her a young lady, but she is. She's a young lady to me. But yes, I'm excited about our guest. Aren't you?
I am very excited, What is that high-pitched sound you're trying to make?
She back. She's back.
It's so high-pitched it froze your screen.
Did it really? Dang. My bad. So I guess we'll go ahead and go to you know what? Let me put my glasses on. Maybe that'll help a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. So Buff, she has a great topic for us today. Great topic. So let's get Buff here with our positive media moment, Miss Buff Patterson. Hey, Buffy.
Hey. Well, first of all, can we talk about I'm a comedian?
You're not that funny though.
Oh my God. Okay, well look, I'm hilarious out here on the West Coast, out here in 97-degree heat. We have all dry heat. But I'm going to tell you something. Today is very important because I was told that we wanted to have a man featured on today's Life's Positive Media Moment.
I don't think that person said today.
I'm just saying somebody I had to go into the archives. Actually, this isn't even an archive. This is an amazing story. And this kid, his name is Heman Beckley. He is 15 years old, and he was he is the Times Life Kid of 2024. He's creating a soap. He's creating a soap to help with skin cancer. Nice. What? At 15 years old. Well, it started when he was 7 years old, really. He started creating all these potions and home concoctions and putting them under his bed and letting him see what would happen. And then he got a chemistry set, just random things, boric acid, dishwashing liquid, And he actually originated from Ethiopia. And he came here 4 years old with his parents. And in Ethiopia, he would notice all the people that would work out in the sun and they didn't protect their skin. So he is focusing on helping skin cancer. He won 3M gave him a $25,000 scholarship in order to help him. And he lives in Virginia right now. And Heman, we have to keep our eyes on him because these are our future leaders and scientists that are creating amazing things at 15 years old to have that much knowledge. That kid's been here before.
At 15. That
He's
part.
been here before. I love focusing on our youth.
You said he lives in Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
We have to track him down.
From Virginia.
Have on the show.
Yes, you know what? That is somebody we definitely need to look up. And the world is definitely applauding him. And I think we should applaud him too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I would
take my hat off to him, but
definitely, I would definitely need to do more of a job to really bring our youth to the forefront. And one thing I always say I love about bringing Life's Positive Media Moment is talking about bringing people that are living in plain sight to light. And if we don't talk if we don't talk about the positivity in our culture, then who else will?
That's right.
This is true.
Definitely,
I love you. Yeah. That's why I love you.
Nobody won't do it.
I love it.
I love you, bro. That was great.
But that was really good. And since I'm always on a run, look, I wasn't supposed to be on a run today. Today I was supposed to be having a super cool day talking about Heman Beckley. That's what I was supposed to be doing today. But you know, the people in California, I'm not the only one on the late freight. Other people I deal with, they on the late freight too. So I'm looking forward to bringing more youthful people, more people that are doing things, and even our past people, so we can bring energy to that also. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the show because we have some amazing guests.
Yes. And you were the first amazing guest.
Thank you, Tina.
She family. So. Go through that drive-through and order your food, okay?
Yeah. That was good. Love you, Buff. Thank you so much.
Bye, Buff.
Thank you. She does actually bring pretty good information, and it's always like, you know, information and individuals that we've never really heard of or even knew their names. Right. So I mean, everyone that she's been bringing on and speaking about, at least I can say I've never heard of these names, you know. So be it from the 1920s to now, she's done it. So we appreciate it.
And that's a good thing because we need to be enlightened about these people.
Absolutely.
Which is our whole mantra anyway, is bringing people to life that you may not know otherwise. And so on the other side of this commercial, we're going to do just that.
Yep, because we got to get me some more hair. Yes, I love it. Well, let's say hello to our guests. You want to give our guests shout outs?
Our guests?
Yeah, people that are, not the guest, but the guests, like Rhonda and your wife and
my wife on here with her pretty self. She's so pretty.
Yes. So you like your guest?
I
No.
love my wife.
She loves you too, I'm sure. You like what guest? See, Gerald? We're going to talk about this after the show. But yes, but thank you everyone that's joining us outside of our guests. Thank you.
We truly appreciate you being there. And we just did you a favor and dropped the link to the Lyfe magazine summer issue in case you wanted to pick that up.
Absolutely. I heard someone asking that. So I think you was right. You was doing the psychic thing again.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
But thank you all. So if you have questions or comments, and always keep them clean. So put them in the chat. Send us a message if you want to ask a guest a question. You're more than welcome to do so. And again, we appreciate it all. So, and if you want to tell us how much you love us, that's fine as well too. So you want to introduce the guest?
The real guest this time?
The real guest. The guest.
The guest.
The guest.
Okay, so it's a little bit of transparency. We get a lot of people reaching out to us. Social media, emails. Some people even figure out our phone number. And they, trying to either get in the show or the magazine and stuff. So you have to sift through those things because Tina won't do it, so I have to do it.
I won't.
But time and time again, you come across one that catches your eye, and so
absolutely,
when you do a little bit of research, i.e., one phone call. Oh, my wife says she loved me too, and that's sweet.
I love it. I love it.
They one phone call to see what the person's about, and you get a good review from that person. So you say, okay, this is worth following up on. Mm-hmm. So our next guest is an author like myself, and her book is called No More Excuses. It's Time to Be Her. And her in all caps. I knew Tina would love that.
You know I do.
So I know she's got a great story, and we're going to bring her onto the stage so she can talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss JoJo A. Scott.
Yay! JoJo!
I'm just having fun listening to y'all going back and forth.
I know. Sometimes we have our own little show going on.
It's her. It ain't me.
Welcome.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I am honored.
Yeah, so you're a friend of Leandra Owens.
Yes.
So that's a raving review. So if Leandra recommended you come to the front of the lines.
Yeah, exactly. Because she was like, Tina. I was like, okay. Yeah, Leandra, she shouted. We own it because she's one of the biggest supporters of what we do, the magazine and the show. So we love her. So so tell us about yourself. Tell us, JoJo Scott, which I love the name and I love to just say it. JoJo Scott. It just has something behind it. So I'm like, do tell.
Well, my real name is Joe. Actually, it really is Joe. And my father is Joseph. So it's like, well, I guess he really wanted a boy. So it's just, you say Joe and like you both look and it's, so I just became JoJo and it kind of stuck with me, moved down here from Connecticut since about 9-10 years old. And I consider Florida to be my home.
Oh, excellent.
Definitely a change of climate, huh?
Oh, most definitely. I'm with
big
her
time.
Woo!
Absolutely. So tell us, like, what? Oh, go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to
ask the same question.
Well, no, I wanted to kind of give a little background, like, what is it? You're a mom, you're an entrepreneur. I mean, like, tell us, like, why this direction with the inspiration and motivation, like, what geared you to that direction? Was it the kids? Because I know these kids drive you crazy sometimes.
Oh, they sure
you need to inspire yourself.
Yeah, they sure do. No, I am a mother of 4 beautiful babies.
Yes.
They're older now. I am, thank you for saying that I'm a young lady. I appreciate that.
You are.
So I am a mother. I have a full-time job, Florida Department of Corrections. I do have a business about JoJo. Florida notary, officiant, and resume enhancer. And it was going towards a mental with me. I felt kind of, depressed and anxiety. I am a widow.
I'm
So
sorry.
I go through those roller coaster moments, and I found myself in a roller coaster moment. And I just started writing. I knew journaling was good for your mental health. It's good for depression and anxiety and release. And when you write, you make it real. So I was just writing one day, and I just went back to read what I wrote, and it just sounded like it was for people. And I just kept writing, and I got done in 4 days.
Oh, wow. In 4 days?
4 days.
Oh, that's some writing.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
don't think Gerald writes that fast.
No, I don't. I ain't wrote that fast. No.
But it is a journal, so it's not like fully 100% words all the way through.
Right.
But
still, that's pretty impressive, though. That's pretty impressive.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So again, just what made you, other than outside of you being a widow, and sorry for your loss. And so what was that experience like? What was it with the depression? What were you feeling? Alone, feeling like you just have to do everything yourself, not having any type of support? What was that like? What was that experience like?
It does get hard, and yes, you do get lonely, and it's not necessarily lonely for the opposite sex partner, but you get lonely just for being an adult. And you have to set aside time for you. I mean, I believe that's a big thing. You got to set some time out for you, because you try to be everything. You try to be, the worker. You try to be, the maid. You try to be, the taking care of the kids. They got to go here, they got to go there. You got to do things. It's like I live off of an agenda. It's everything is in my agenda. And depression, I mean, I believe in God, and I believe that He is the one that can help you through everything. I do.
That's right.
And it's just when it becomes so heavy on you, when you just don't want to get out of bed, and it is very difficult. But allow yourself to grieve. And it doesn't necessarily mean, grieving a lost spouse, grieve in whatever issue it is that you're having in your life. Allow that to take place. So that's what really inspired me to just continue to write. It all started with me. And I wanted to go towards women.
So how long did it take you to get to that point to where you realized writing was going to help you? I know it wasn't like the next day. So you went through some sort of time period before you got to writing and realizing this was therapeutic to you and was helping you.
I would have to say at least 8 months that I can remember, because I'm just going through my head, and then you got file storages in your head. By me going through them, and I'm like, everything got kind of scattered. Everything was just out of order. I was forgetting a lot of things, and I just started, so I just said, let me just go ahead and write things down. And I remember, years ago, they always tell you, make sure you express yourself, journaling is. I've done therapy before, and that's one of the things that therapists usually tell you is, journal. And it is. And I did a little research on it, and, it does help. It does release and make whatever it is that's in you real, because you can actually see it on your paper. Other than that, I would say about 8 months it took me. It takes time to get to a place of healing, because even if you break a foot, break a hand, it takes time. It takes time. You got to go through that broken process.
Yeah, and that's different for everyone too. So.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So do you feel like when you initially started journaling and writing, was it all just for you therapeutically? Did you intend to have this be a book and just kind of translate it to other women? Did you start out as it was just for you?
Correct. It was strictly just for me. And then after just, a few paragraphs, what I read, it was like, this just seems like it's for people. So by me writing and by me researching and putting it in there, it did help me. And even when it went through the editing process, Gerald, you'll know about this part, once it goes through the editing process and it comes back to you, you got to reread what you wrote, with the suggestions they have for the editing. And it was just funny how it surprised myself, because I was reading the editing portions and I was re-healing myself through what I already wrote. And I was like, I wrote that though. So it made me feel good, because once you get done and you're in it, Gerald, you would know, like, once you writing whatever you're writing and you're in it and you're researching and you're getting ideas and everything is flowing and God's giving you things to put in there, and you're at that high, that dopamine is at the highest level. And whenever it's done, like, you send it off and you don't really look at it much, and then you just go about life. And when it comes back for the editing process and then you're rereading it, and it's just, you get back to the, oh my gosh, this and that, and this is great, and get that healing for you.
So, and what, go ahead, Gerald.
Go ahead.
So, in what process or what stages would you say that worked for you as far as the grieving? Because I know it's different for everyone. So what was the stages? Because you said it took maybe 8 months, if I heard that correctly. So what was your stages like? Did you have those stages where you were angry, upset, or frustrated, or happy and laughed, like these different stages? What was that like?
And do you mean just the writing process, or are you talking about the spouse process?
Well, no, the writing process, because in order for you to write all of that, you had to experience those feelings and those stages, correct?
Yes. So it was excitement was in there, especially because when you do the research, you're getting that knowledge and you're healing yourself. I wouldn't really say I was depressed during that stage, because my mind was so focused, and I was actually in a very good, neutral, transparent state during that writing process. If that answers your question.
Oh yeah, it's perfectly fine. That works perfectly fine. Because I always look to wonder where, because like we know, Gerald writes several books, and it always has to come from somewhere. So when I see authors or have an opportunity to speak with authors, I always want to know, like, where does that come from? Where does that? Because it's not easy to write that stuff, because you're remembering. So I know that has to be challenging, and there's stages in that, I would think.
Yes. And whenever I was writing it, everything was for me first. So whatever you read, if you do get the book and you actually just, even if you don't do the prompts or the journaling, if you just read the words that I wrote, everything was for me first. So you would actually find out a lot about me just by reading.
Yeah, that's my the only nonfiction book I have is a journal. So,
okay.
And so it's like you, it's all about me. So if people
Exactly.
want to know something about what I went through, and then, they can read that book.
Yes.
So when you the first person that you ran into that benefited from your journal, how did that make you feel?
Oh, absolutely amazing. I actually had a lady at work today come tell me, she's like, I got your book right here. And I was like, well, make sure you go on, wherever you purchase it from Amazon. I was like, go put a, review in there. She's like, but I got the author right here. I'm like, no, go put a review in it.
Yeah, they don't understand the impact.
Yeah, they don't understand.
The people who write negative reviews, they understand totally.
They know, because they be on it.
Yes. So she was just telling me, she's like, oh my gosh, chapter 6. Like, oh my gosh. She's like, I cried. Like, I just.
Oh, that is awesome.
So it was just like, oh, thank you. And I was like, I want to know. Like, I really want to know, how did it help you? Like, and it's not about, I mean, yes, you put in a lot of money in to get the books printed and published and get it out there for people to know. And it's just like, I do, yes, I do want the purchases to take place, but it's like, I just really want people to heal and understand that, they are worth it. They are enough. That it's more than what you're at this point. So it's more about helping versus me getting the purchases.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's definitely so. So, what would you recommend for, like, let's just say, because we have so many young ladies that are just struggling and they need inspiration, or and maybe not, reading your book per se, but do you have any intentions of like maybe doing speaking engagements to just maybe encourage young women and older women? Because I think we all need that.
Oh yes, I think it starts at a very young age.
Hmm.
I don't believe anybody's 100% healed at all times.
Absolutely.
There's always something that's challenging and something that you're going through.
Mhm.
Regarding speaking engagements, it's actually funny you said that. I do have a speaking engagement next month. It's called A Girl A Retreat in Tampa. So
Oh, okay. I got to make sure I come.
yes,
Okay.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah,
Of
send
it.
me the information. Yeah.
So it is a retreat, and it's 3 days, the whole weekend. I'm only going to be there on Saturday, but we are going to talk about the book and also the transformation. Not only I did bodybuilding show last year, so it's more about the transformation of not just your body. It is also about the spirit and healing too.
You say
Oh, yeah.
you do bodybuilding.
That's why I'm seeing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was getting ready to
She
say that
knows that
too.
you
I'm
just
like,
slipped that
wait. I'm
in.
like, wait. Hold up. Time out.
She just slipped that in. Let me just slide this
Jerry,
in and see if you catch it.
she had me at correction officer, but I was trying to wait for that one. But now you said bodybuilding. I'm like, wait, time out. What?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was in Orlando last year, July of last year. Did a bodybuilding show.
Really?
Okay.
Wow. Well, I guess to work in corrections, you need to have some type of strength, because that's
You do,
not
because they get on your nerves now.
yeah, because that can't be easy by far.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Right. So, any other hidden talents we need to know?
I know, right?
I know, right?
Can't sing. Miss Tina, she was about to go out there and sing and whatever, and I'm like, okay, look, I can sing for you, but it's not coming joyfully. It's
Right.
it's like
Right. But I keep trying to tell Tina that I'm gonna have to be more overt, I guess, about it.
I'm gonna sing one day.
let me turn this volume down just a little.
Yeah, just a little. I know, right? Because my voice does get a little squeaky. I don't know where that comes from. So, if people want to know how to get your book or find out more about you, what is it they need to do? How do they find that out?
Well, actually, this is the book here. So it's actually anywhere online. So anywhere you can purchase online books, it's there. Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, Walmart. It's 15,000 places where they could, even if you Google it, it'll take you somewhere. I Googled it one time and it was like, I had no idea what language that was. I was like, I have no idea, but there is my book. I know it's that.
Oh, wow. See, that's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have another book coming, in you that you might? Okay.
I do. It
See,
is.
I'm reading your mind.
Yes, you are.
I'm on it.
You're Captain Hollywood today.
Hello.
No, I am actually. I'm in the middle of it. And I'm actually going a little slower with this one that I did 4 days. Like, no, I'm not doing that in 4 days. But this one that No More Excuses, It's Time to Be Her, it was more of whatever came up, came out. It was just I was just regurgitating whatever was in me. I was just trying to get everything out. This one is just it's more controlled. And I have it set where I already have the chapters in line of what I want to talk about.
Wow.
This one is more, it is geared towards women. It is geared towards healing. But it's mostly, it touches a lot about relationships, and it has a lot of my, you'll see story time, and it's talking about me or an incident that happens in whatever chapter, the title is. This one is a little bit more in depth of who you are. If you read this one, it's kind of like an overview. Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay. So when should we expect this one?
I would say at least,
2 months?
I'm not, oh, no. I'm actually 25% done. But I'm actually put this on, it is on a back burner a little bit. I do touch it from time to time. I would say maybe a year. I am in school and I'll be done in March. So I'm really getting focused on just, I'm on that last lap here, like, let's just get this done. So I'll be done in March. So I'm more aimed and focused on my schooling, but I do touch it, and I'm hoping to get it done at least a year at the most latest.
Okay. And what are you going to school for?
Criminal justice.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
He just got out of jury duty. Now he think he a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're in.
I have my master's in criminal justice.
Give me the ballot. I'll give me the robe. I'll get up there. I know what I'm doing. Yes. Yeah. I love it.
I have my master's in criminal justice, and I was a paralegal for like 20 years.
See? Hey, we got this.
Yeah.
And my daughter, actually, my 18-year-old, Honesty, today was her first day of college.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, she is so happy. She's sending me little pictures. I'm here. I'm waiting.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And she's going for criminal justice and minor in ministry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love it. 18-year-old. You don't look like you have an 18-year-old.
Oh, I have a 20-year-old.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. 20, 18, 17, and 12. Yeah.
Really? You look good, girl. All right.
Hey,
yeah, you look good.
That bodybuilding to work.
I'm telling you, like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it, but you look great.
Hey, I put a pause on it. I lost a lot of muscle.
Yeah, it's like you good. You do you. I'm gonna do me. You do you.
Hey, I'm not doing me either. Me is cheeseburgers. Let me see that.
Yeah. I love that though. You look wonderful. You look beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So keep up the good work. You're doing awesome.
Gerald, you look so pretty too. I appreciate you.
Pretty.
Well.
Well, thanks for coming by. And if you want to know more about JoJo Scott, she's going to be in our fall issue of the Lyfe magazine. So I thought we have an interview set up.
I'm Prince.
Yeah.
In print. So keep an eye out for that. So
yes,
so thanks for
absolutely.
coming by and telling us your stories.
Yes. Thank you.
I love that. I love it. Absolutely. Stay encouraged. I love it.
Wow. Thank you.
All right. Have a good evening.
You too.
All right, JoJo. Thank you, darling. Thank you. An 18-year-old.
20-year-old.
And a 20. Well, yeah, I was stuck on 18. She looks great. Correction officers, I guess you gotta have it together to do that. But she looks great, and I love her story. She's so inspirational, you know, because that has to be tough. That has to be tough. Yeah. Couldn't imagine. So, all right. So let's hit that commercial. All right, let's get it.
Introducing a new YouTube series, Dorms on Top of the World. Everywhere that I go, I gotta let the world know it's just me and my phone. Hey. Dorm fam, about to make you move, bro. Turn it up. Got to let the world know. Everybody and my mama on the track, yo. Dylan doing, pass it to my twin, bro. Call me DJ, got him cracking up. Yeah, they can't catch me, I'm too far. What? Roll up like I knew we would. Won't try music, Dorm fam, all good. Used to be the only girl, now it's me and Vicky. We gon' hold it down. Can you feel me? How we do every day of the week. Me and my family rolling deep.
Now this is what I mean when I rhyme to survive with these vlogs and these skits and these beats. How we grind. You can catch us online. Won't you like and subscribe?
Welcome to our world.
It's the Dorms on Top, right? Dorms on Top.
Everywhere that I go, I gotta let the world know. It's just me and my phone. Everywhere that I go, I gotta let the world know. It's just me and my phone.
I like that. I like that.
Make sure you catch that on YouTube.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, that's a friend of mine's show. You know, he's doing some things out there. So
I love it.
He actually wrote our intro for this season.
I thought he looked from I think because isn't he in the intro? I think
he's in the
right?
intro too. So
yeah.
he has his own show, And so you make sure you go on over to YouTube if you ain't already there, and follow Dorns on Top of the World.
Yes, I love that. That is great. You seen the kids? Oh my goodness. That was so cool.
The little girl.
Oh my gosh, they have so much energy. I remember those days.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our next guest.
Yeah, our next guest. I popped in and I had to check out his show on YouTube earlier today. It had me cracking up. You think about comedy, you think about the Bernie Macs of the world, and Richard Pryor and those Eddie Murphy and those guys, and the language they use, and they make you laugh and stuff, and you think comedians can't have clean language, and make you laugh. Wrong. Because our next guest has clean language and he makes you laugh. So
absolutely.
He's also a journalist too, and he was referred to us by our great friend, our number one fan, and he just dropped off the stage.
Did he? He's been having technical issues.
All that.
He was doing it. Your introduction was. I was so proud of you. I was like, yes, get it. And here we go.
Oh
he
man,
was doing that intro, and now we don't have the guest here. So
let's. I guess
he was great.
Maybe I should crack some. Where's Buff? Bring Buff back.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. That's like me singing. So no. I think he's trying to make it back in now.
Yeah, he's trying to make it back on. We stalling pretty good.
There we go.
Let's get Sam Adams to the stage before he disappears.
What happened?
I'm giving this great intro.
I know. My head was.
You got so excited.
My head got so big that it just knocked me right offline. That had to be what happened. And I had a smooth setup. After your intro, I was just gonna raise my hands like this and say the correctional officer JoJo can come get me right now.
Arrest me, JoJo. Arrest me,
baby. I'm single. Come get me from Colorado.
Oh man. That's the second thing this year we've never had happen before. The roller skates, and they both named Adams. The roller skates, named Adams.
I've been sitting there.
Great intro, and he drops off the screen.
The last thing I heard you say was, "Oh, and he's a journalist too." And then I think
it was gone.
And then you dropped off.
Like, no more.
I said, I guess I should have said
really good.
We're running now.
You missed it. It was really good.
You know what? Really, and first of all, to both of you, thank you for having me.
Thank you for allowing us to have you.
I heard you mentioning Glennis, and maybe Glennis pulled the plug. She maybe she I didn't answer her last email, so she probably was like, you know what, no waffles for you.
She got that kind of power.
You got that kind of power. But I guess I appreciate that part of the introduction with the journalist. And technically, I retired from all journalistic activity as of this January after 37 years. So
37 years.
37 years. I was a part of Denver's. I tell people Denver, even though I'm in the suburb, but Denver, Colorado, that's what people know. And I was a part of Denver sports media for 37 years.
All right.
And
that's
radio, TV, newspapers primarily, magazines, and I just called it quits. I've been doing stand-up full time for the last 15 years, but I had a TV gig going for 10 years, and I finally let that go. And so now it's 100% instead of 95% comedy.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, we talked about it before we came on, so we were going to bring it up.
Clip.
2018,
the color match, the color show.
You know what?
I thought that was hilarious.
Well, thank you. You know what?
That was.
What's interesting for me is to have a discussion like this. I've been like one-on-one interviewed about it or written about it, but to be able to talk and have people interject, I'm looking forward to it. But to give the viewers an idea, it really goes back to my days as a sports journalist. 2001,
right.
I went to a place called Hershey, Nebraska. Yes. Less than 600 people in the population.
Okay.
For anybody watching, the town's name is Hershey. You can look it up, Hershey, Nebraska. The town's name's Hershey, but I guarantee you they hadn't seen chocolate till I showed up. Okay?
That dark chocolate.
And I went to write a column. I was a columnist for a newspaper here in Denver, and I went to write my column about a football game that took place between the University of Colorado and the University of Nebraska. At that time, they were huge rivals.
Right.
And the game was being played in Colorado, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted my column. I've always wanted to be different in whatever I do. And I wanted my column to be different than anything else that anybody had in our newspaper that day. And at that time, we were a 2-newspaper town. I wanted it to be different than what either newspaper had. So I thought, why don't I go to Nebraska and watch the game with Nebraska fans? In other words, why don't I test my insurance? So I show up, and when I walk in, and the name of the place that I went to was called The Bar. And when I walked in, it was just like, okay, what have I got myself into? I looked them up. I knew I was walking into an all-white situation. I knew that. But I never just take for granted that they're going to be mean white people or good white people. You just don't know. I knew that we had one thing in common. I was coming to watch the same football game they were coming to watch. The difference is they want their team to win. I don't really care if Colorado wins. I just want to get out alive. That's all. So I watched the game, and of all days for the University of Colorado to run up record numbers, they did. They won like 62-31 or something like that, just a blowout. And I'm sitting there, and everybody in that bar knows that I'm the only dude from Colorado in that bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they blocked my car in. They blocked my car in.
Wow.
I literally had to tell the bartender who I had gotten to know, the owner. I was like, Kathy, you got to tell them whoever did it, they gotta move it.
Right.
And so, but they were saying funny things because they were getting beat so bad. They were just drinking. They were just getting drunk. So to wrap this up, I go back and I write my column that I go to this little town. And the line that I used was, it's one thing to be the only black guy in a bar full of white people wearing red, which is the Nebraska color. I said, it's another thing to be the only person with green and white license plates, which is what Colorado's license plates were at the time. So I kind of took away the whole race thing and just kind of brought it to, don't see it as me talking about race, see it as me talking about being from Colorado.
Yeah, yes.
The column got thousands and thousands, like the phone of my editor and my sports editor and assistant, like just blew up. This was before Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. So it was the equivalent of that type of blow up. So the next year they say, you got to go back. And I was like, no, I don't. But they were like, no, it's got to be a sequel. You can't like do something like that and then not go back. So I went back. It was a totally different vibe. Some of the people that were there the first time had died. One was in a motorcycle accident. Another dude died of a heart attack. It was just a different vibe. They really didn't care who won the game. And it was a personal thing. These people that I had gotten to know, now I'm writing about them in a different light. But I befriended them. But now here's where this video comes in, Gerald. So I'm driving back to Denver after writing my column, and I had just started doing stand-up comedy at that time. And I thought, you know what, this would be a funny bit. Black guy goes to all-white town, place called The Bar. Until I arrive, it's a 4-hour drive, and all these things are percolating in my head. So I got back to Denver and started working on it as a comedy bit. And year after year, I just kept building and building. It went from being like a quick little 90-second thing to 3 minutes. And then about 5 years later, I go to another small town in Nebraska, a cook. And that's where the paint chips came in. I'm so big, I get booked for 2 nights in Nebraska. So after the first show on the Friday night, I said, "Hey, where's your mall? I gotta have something to do in the morning. I'm here. They were like, "We don't have no mall. We got a super Walmart. No, we just built it." They were all excited. I had never been to a Walmart, so I was excited. I was like, "Oh wow, I'm finally going to Walmart." So I go to this Walmart and it was like, what's the big deal? I thought Super Walmart was going to be big, 98-ounce cornflake boxes and all that type of stuff. It was a regular old damn thing. But I came across the hardware section, like where you buy paints and paintbrushes and stuff. And I see these paint chips. And I wasn't doing this. I wasn't planning on doing this for the show, but I keep one for a different reason. But these type, when I say paint chips, And I take my hand and I start matching up this brownie. Now at Walmart, because I'd never been, I didn't know that they have greeters. And they have like older people working there. So this dude, who I don't know how old he was, but he was easily in his 80s, string bean, about 6'5". I don't know his name, but I'm just gonna say Ned for the sake of this particular show. And he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just trying to see what color I am." And he goes, "Well, you're black." And I look at him and I look at the card and I go, "Well, no. The card says I'm Hoot Owl," and I'm showing him. He's looking at me like he don't know what just hit him. So I gently grab his arm to pull him toward the little rack where they have all the cards. And now in small towns, everybody know everybody, right? So these people come around the corner. The optic is some black dude that we ain't never seen before is messing with Ned. Because Ned's pulling back. I'm kind of pulling him forward. Ned's resisting. So they're ready to defend Ned. And I grab a pink one and I go, "Look at you, man. You're not white. You," and the color was papaya smoothie. I go, "You papaya smoothie." Now he's confused. And the people figured it out and they're laughing. So I took a couple of those paint chips with me. And when I did the show that Saturday night, I started doing the bit about Hershey. And I was like, "Look," funny. And then I got into it and I said, "Look, people, we say black and white." And I grabbed the microphone stand. I said, "You see this mic stand?" And the lady in front thought I was going to hit her with it. And I was like, "Calm down." And I go, "The microphone stand is black. I'm not black." And I put my hand up on it. And I said, "See, I'm brown." And then I reach in my pocket and I go, "Actually, I'm a shade of brown called Hoot Owl." And the place went wild. I'm telling you, these people were going, "Hoot, hoot, 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 hoot." I was like, and then I said,
"That is really funny.
You're a shade of pink called papaya smoothie." And they went wild. And I knew at that moment, I said, I'm on to something. And here's the deal. For anybody watching, and you two in particular, it's not about it's a skin tone thing. It's not a race. Our race is black. Right. But when I say skin tone, see what happens is when it comes to race, here I am all political. I should be at the DNC. I'm getting all political now. We tend to match our skin with our race. And I'm just saying, no, yeah, I'm black, but technically I'm brown.
Cool down.
Started spitting out these
cool brown.
I started spitting out these colors that people would laugh. So I I started going to more Walmarts and grabbing more paint chips. So, Tina, I went from Hoot Owl to caramel nut. I love caramel nut. I love that one. I can just imagine my mom going, boy, if you don't get your caramel nut button this house right now.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
that just sounds like an indulgence. And I think that's the one that you saw in the video, chocolate indulgence. But that's not my favorite one. My favorite one is the one I go by now, sumptuous spice.
Sumptuous.
Yeah. But in your Spice Girls had a brother, did you? So, so it's all about fun in the skin.
Yes,
tone.
yes, yes.
Our actual races, and a lot of people understand what I mean. There's still some people who feel like I'm denouncing my race, and I'm like, no, I'm just saying, your skin color is this. Have fun with it. So people have been having like paint chip parties from all over the country. They'll get a group and go to Home Depot and send me photos of them.
That's hilarious. That is, that is
So
actually pretty funny.
when I taped that for Dry Bar, and they released it, and it'll be 6 years to the day tomorrow.
Oh wow!
We didn't know that it was going to be released, and I didn't know. They called it True Color. I didn't. I mean, I should have known. I emceed for a show with David Sanborn and Al Jarreau back in 2008, and when I was doing that bit, David Sanborn's keyboard player Ricky Peterson started playing Cyndi Lauper's True Color song behind. So I should have known back then to go with it. And Gerald Albright, Glennis's husband, does a version of that song too.
Oh wow!
I never thought to put the two together, but Dry Bar did, and the video went viral. I was joking with y'all. My mom was like, "Viral? Do you got to get a shot, boy?" And I was like, "Yeah, kind of. I did get a shot, Mama. I got 36 million views worth of shot.
Yes.
Like, profile as a comedian, shot up, you know." So
viral, you need to get a shot.
That's
funny.
Baby, you need to get a shot, you know. She did the same thing.
One of the things
my sister told her once that I was on Twitter, and my mother called me up. God rest her soul. My mother passed 2 years ago. My mother called me up. Your sister say you got the Twitter. I told you to protect yourself at all times. What are you talking about?
You got the Twitter.
But she, without being on there, she knew Twitter is a place that is like inoculation before you go on there. So it's just been a crazy thing. I'll be at airports waiting to go to gigs, and somebody will come up and say chocolate indulgence or something. They'll say the color. As time has gone on, I kind of forget, you know, that they're bringing.
That's so awesome. I love it. So I love it. One of the things you say, and it just resonated with me, and one of the things that I just truly believe in, but you said, find a reason to laugh about things. And when you said that, that was like, I think that's what a lot of people are missing. It's like sometimes, you know, in order to keep yourself from maybe crying or losing your mind, you have to find laughter in it. Because I do believe that laughter is the best medicine. And I laugh a lot. I even laugh at myself. But when you said that, I was like, oh, I love that. So is that like one of your directions of when you're on stage? You just want people to laugh at certain things as like therapy in a sense.
Yeah, because I mean, I've never fancied myself as being funny. Like when I was in high school and when I was in school growing up, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. When I was in school, I was not that kid that people were saying, oh, he's funny. I was the kid that was the butt of the joke more often than not. My mom would buy me floods. More floods. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Pants too short.
I don't know.
You
I'm too young for that. I'm too young for that.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. I'm 64. Anybody watching this knows, y'all know what I'm talking about with floods, where you can see the ankles.
You do too.
Shoes and like my mother bought the clothes that she could afford. She didn't care about, she didn't care about, labels. you know,
Right,
and it was the same with food. You know, we didn't have Jif, we had Jip. It was just as good. It just didn't cost as much, you know, that type of thing. But so I never thought I was going to be a comedian. And when I started doing comedy, when I got here to Denver, it wasn't until I was 41. A buddy of mine, I've always liked to keep everybody's spirits. I've always been that person, lighthearted, to a fault. You know, even when a situation calls for seriousness, I'd be the person that would break the tension in the room. I was in the United States Army for 36 days. I was waiting for thank you for your service, and I was, you know, I better tell them 36 days. You know,
I thought you were going to say 36 years.
Yeah, 36 days. You know, they diagnosed me with high blood pressure and sent me home. And, but in those 36. Yes, but in those 36 days, and if I could take the picture off the wall here, our platoon picture, because all the platoon members signed the back of the photo, and you see things like, to Adams, the comedian, to Adams, thanks for making us laugh. And it never occurred to me or made me think, yeah, you should try comedy. But a buddy of mine finally decided to make me do it. And now that I do it full time, and I'm in my 60s. I mean, look, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, you name all the big people. I'm not going to get there. I have a video with 36 million views. If that didn't take me there, I don't know what will in these times. But But I travel the country. I work. I get booked. I perform. I make a living. And when I'm on that stage, the thing that I try to convey to the audience and what helps to me is knowing they're there making the audience laugh. Find a reason to laugh. You might come to my show, Tina, because you had a tough day at work. Gerald, you might come to the show because you celebrating something with your wife.
So why he got to be celebrating something and I got to be going through something tough? Like, come on. Why we got to do that?
He's reading the room.
You know, okay.
That was good.
Well, I got to have a bad situation.
Why I got to have them?
Okay, maybe
it's okay.
Maybe you had the greatest day of your life, Tina. Okay. No. Maybe you was like, that dude fine. I'm going to see him. All right?
That too. I'll be there.
But I'm just saying, when you get an audience of 300 people, you got 300 people with at least 250 different things going on, all in the same room.
Right.
Yes,
you gotta find what connects with them. Well, they came
and like Gerald said, reading the room, which is good. Yeah,
they came to a comedy show. So your job is to make them laugh. Bill Cosby told me that years ago. Doesn't matter how many people in the room, your job is to make them laugh. If you don't make them laugh, you get an F.
I love it. I think laughter is the best thing ever. It got me out of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it makes me feel good to hear people laughing and see people laughing. And that's my fuel. That's my fuel.
I love it.
Right,
You are awesome, Sam. You are awesome. I love it.
Well, thank you for coming by.
Yeah.
Anybody want to get my book?
Oh yeah, show everyone your book. Yes, show everyone your book and how they can get it.
I wrote a book when I was still I was making my transition into comedy from sports, and people would say, "Man, you got all these stories about when you interviewed, like all these pictures on the back of the wall, interviewing Tiger Woods, doing a show with Magic Johnson, there, all this stuff." And they were like, why don't you write a book? And so I did. I put all these stories in the book. It's called If You Don't Believe Me, Lessons Learned from Listening to the Greats. I heard JoJo talk about going on Google and you see it all different places. I'm going to tell y'all, just go to samadamsdoescomedy.com.
I love it.
Don't go to Amazon.
Believe me.
I mean, the reason why I say don't go to Amazon is because if you go to my website and get it, I get the order. I'll sign it.
Oh, so you know how to write too.
So if you, I
He
mean, if
was
you
a journalist.
you'll get the book.
He was a journalist for 37 years.
It was a joke, Gerald. Come on now.
So yeah, go to samadamsdoescomedy.com. Get the
Okay,
book.
great.
I'll
Yeah.
autograph it for you, and maybe I'll see you in your town doing comedy.
All right.
Yes. And they can see all your stuff on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm off Ritalin. Other than that, I'm on.
You said Ritalin? What?
That went over her head.
I was listing everything that I'm on, Tina.
Oh, okay.
I'm off Ritalin.
Oh, okay. All right, got it. That's awesome.
No,
You gotta bring it slow with me sometime.
I like connecting with people, so if anybody wants to connect with me, that's great. And I appreciate you guys giving me a chance to just.
Oh, we love it. We love it. You're awesome. Absolutely awesome. So everybody check out Sam Adams, and his comedy on YouTube is actually pretty darn funny. I was in here laughing by myself, and my dogs was looking at me like I was cracking up.
You should show it to the dogs. They'll laugh too.
Yeah, they was just looking at me like, like normal. But yes. So thank you again. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Enjoy the Colorado weather.
All right.
Oof.
All right.
That Colorado weather. But the mountains are beautiful out here, out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was out there one time quite a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That was a great show.
That was. Like, my cheeks are hurting because I was laughing so much. Like, my cheeks are hurting. So, smiling so much. But I'm grateful for it because I like it. So.
Yeah. I told you he was funny.
Yeah, he's really funny, but really it resonated with me when he said we have to find a reason to laugh. And I believe in that. I really do. And sometimes even the stuff we don't want to laugh at, we got to find some humor in it, know? And it helps me a lot.
Right.
So, yeah.
So now next show.
Who we got? Who we got?
Nikki Moore and Cody Pullett.
And
Tekola Motique. I hope I got that right. She's a filmmaker who did a domestic violence movie.
Oh.
Yeah, just like me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And she's right here where I live in Charles County, Maryland.
Oh, is she? Oh.
Yeah, I stumbled upon her and watched her movie. I thought it was pretty good. So, hey, we'll be on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I think it's an awesome thing we do. It's wonderful.
And then for all of us old schoolers out there, you got to tune in to the next show because we will be joined by one of the greats of all time.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Adams will be on third Adams this year.
These Adams are on a roll.
Right, Olita Adams, the jazz great from back in the day, is going to be on the show with us on the next show, and she has an announcement that she said she wants to announce on the Lyfe Live.
We can't wait. Yeah,
we get the scoop. Yes. We get the scoop before anybody else gets the scoop.
Yes, this is awesome. I love it. But her song, Get There, ooh, that was my song.
Yeah.
So boy, make sure you tune in. I used to sing that song. Get there.
Oh, no.
You can. But yes.
Yeah, lead a sing to her.
It's going to be awesome.
All righty. Now it's time to
take it. Thank you. Yeah, and thank everyone. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. It looked like only Rhonda. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. We have, of course, your lovely wife, Dr. Vanessa Anderson. Always love her. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us, for listening in. If you were listening, tune in again, like Gerald stated, to the other shows. We have exciting shows coming up. But thank you again. And of course, thank you, Sam, and thank you, JoJo. So I'm definitely going to look forward to connecting with them and following them and seeing more of what they're actually going to be getting into and discovering. So, all right.
Yeah. All right. Good night.
All right. Until